I created G-plans out of nutrition frustration. One day during nutrition studies at Duke University, we came across a revelation. We discovered that everyone has a completely unique metabolic structure and type. Eating a generic diet program will not get you the results you want, and you will continue on a path of yo-yo dieting forever. Ultimately, sustainable food programs are built within your own specific metabolic template.
I eat what Dr. G tells me to eat for my metabolic type. I don't call this program a diet because I eat more than on other programs.
Hello, and welcome to today's Nutrition Masterclass. So glad to see you here. So glad you're joining me today. Have another great topic we're going to dive into today in just a few moments. Really how to prevent stress from specifically affecting your nutrition goals. So we're going to go over a little bit more in detail how stress can in fact affect your nutrition weight loss goals as a whole, and some great tips and other tricks that'll help you to stay on track through those periods of stress as well. So very important topic, but do want to mention here today, we have another great special to take advantage of. So we're offering today 20% off of all our supplements at G-Plans in our supplement store. So the promo code for this is going to be the word health and the numbers 20. So health 20 is going to give you 20% off any supplements in our supplement store today. So definitely check that out. Take advantage of that. We have some excellent supplements that can help boost your progress. So definitely check that out. Also want to be on the lookout in your email. So shortly after this presentation today, we're going to have another special bonus for you as well. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be starting here in just a moment, but do want to remind you, please feel free throughout this presentation. Any questions, other comments, or anything that may come up, feel free to add anything in the chat box there, and I'll definitely take some questions at the end. I'm also going to, of course, show you my email address as well. So feel free, if there's any other personal matters, anything you'd like to reach out about, feel free to send me an email also. I do see Margaret here just checked in and chimed in with her favorite meal, salmon baked with asparagus and tomatoes. Oh, that sounds amazing. All right. Well, good to see you, Margaret. We're going to get started right now. All right. Okay. So, how to prevent stress from affecting your nutrition goals. So you'll see here, this is my email address. It's my first and last name at gplans.com. So please do feel free. Any more personal matters or any other questions you may have I could help you with, please feel free to send me an email. So how are stress and nutrition connected? Have you struggled in the past to stick with your plan due to stress or stress-triggered eating? Please let me know in the chat box. Let me know maybe what your biggest challenge is when it comes to stress. I'd love to go over those, talk a little bit more about that at the end of this presentation today. Stress can definitely have a big impact on your nutrition, both on how you fuel your body and how your body actually processes what you consume as well. Chronic stress that endures over a long period of time typically causes an increase in appetite and cravings for more unhealthy foods. This is because your body's response to stress includes the hormone cortisol. Studies have also shown that when you're stressed, you're more likely to choose food that is high in fat, sugar, or both. These foods that are high in sugar and fat typically also don't have a ton of nutritional value. So you're filling up on sugar and fat at the expense of starving your body of what it really needs during that period. Vitamins, minerals, and the essential nutrients that you need to stay healthy. First and foremost, stress can cause you to abandon your habits. So if something's stressing you, you may try to adjust your schedule to take care of that stressor. A big project at work with a tight deadline, you work extra hours in an effort to get everything done. If unexpected guests are visiting your home this weekend, you might stay up late cleaning your house. That's all completely understandable. However, the stress-induced changes in your schedule, which often leave you feeling overworked and overwhelmed, can throw you out of your normal healthy habits. Do you usually drink plenty of water throughout the day? You might forget to stay hydrated while you're running around taking care of everything that's got you so stressed in the first place. While missing one workout or skimping on one meal isn't the end of the world, extended periods of stress that lead to then abandoning your healthy habits in the long term can take a toll on your health. In essence, stress is then leading you to sabotage your health. We all know definitely stress can affect your sleep. If you're stressed, usually one of the biggest things that sounds amazing is getting into bed, relaxing. But it doesn't really make a lot of sense that you may also find during that period that you're unable to sleep. It's just another way that stress is again affecting your health. Stress can lead to hyperarousal, which affects your body's balance between sleep and wakefulness. This in turn causes you to have trouble falling and then staying asleep. In addition to making you feel extra tired, a lack of sleep can weaken your immune system, lead to weight gain, contribute to depression and anxiety, and increase your risk for diabetes and heart disease. When you are not rested, this can also lead you to abandoning, again, some of your healthy habits like your workout routine or meal prepping. So now that we've gone over some big ways that stress can impact your health and your nutrition goals as a whole, we're going to discuss really how to prevent stress from affecting your progress overall. So first, definitely focus on maintaining your healthy habits. Long-term stress can cause us to abandon some of the healthy habits that we have established. So while falling off track, again, with your routine here and there, not a huge deal, it's so important to focus on sticking with those healthy habits and ensuring that stress doesn't completely knock you out of your routine. There will come times when you may fall off track and lose a bit of progress. However, at the end of the day, it's all about learning from those situations and making a plan to get back on track moving forward. For example, if you're working out 4 days a week and it doesn't fit into your schedule this week, make a plan to fit in 2 workouts this week instead, and then get back on track with your 4 days next week. When you have that plan in place, you're much, much more likely to stick with that rather than falling off track with that routine. Next, mindful eating. So when we stress eat, we eat quickly without noticing what or how much we're eating, which can then lead to weight gain. Mindful eating helps us to counteract the effects of stress by slowing down and ensuring that you are in the moment and able to fully enjoy your meal as well. And again, so we discussed sleep and how stress can affect sleep. So make sure you're prioritizing your sleep. Stick to a bedtime routine. Very important. Will help you to unwind before bed. Allows you to unwind, definitely relax before bed. Avoid blue light from electronics and definitely caffeine close to bedtime as well. Try instead sticking with something a bit more relaxing that can help you get to sleep, like reading a book, sipping an herbal tea, or maybe trying some relaxing stretches or a deep breathing activity as well. Always mentioned before, if you've ever want to try maybe a guided meditation or a progressive relaxation video on YouTube or technique there, it's a great time to incorporate that in your bedtime routine, help you unwind for the rest of the day. Regular exercise, a huge one. Physical activity will help to lower blood pressure and stress hormone levels as well. In addition, exercise has been shown to increase self-confidence, improve your mood, help you relax, and lower symptoms of mild depression and anxiety. It can also then as well help you to improve your sleep quality, get to sleep a little bit easier as well. So as I just mentioned before, great time to try meditation or deep breathing techniques as maybe part of your bedtime routine as well. Fast, shallow breathing and erratic thoughts occur in response to stress. Therefore, taking slower, deep breaths to reduce muscular tension, lower the heart rate, and helps to calm the mind as well. Through this simple act of taking deep breaths, your parasympathetic nervous system kicks in and can help you calm down. It can be helpful to take as well a few deep breaths before a meal to ensure that you can stay mindful and focused while you're eating as well. And make sure, of course, during a stressful period that you're not skipping meals. In the short term, stress can temporarily cause us to maybe not feel as hungry, and often can lead then to maybe having a skipping meals. When your body is under stress, it really needs nutrition. Eating those small meals focused on whole foods every few hours can help to keep you energized, and it can help to prevent you from overeating later on. So a lot of the times with stress, what you may find is you don't really have those hunger cues. You might even not realize that you skipped some meals, and then by the end of the day, you find out you're starving, and you might eat a little bit more than you had planned on. So definitely try as best you can to stick to those regular intervals of eating. So with that being said, this is a little bit more tips on how to prevent stress eating specifically. First, wait 10 minutes. So when you feel the urge to grab a snack, stop and wait 10 minutes to first check in with how you're feeling. This is a good time to check in with your feelings at the moment. And if you realize that you are not truly physically hungry, you can better address the emotion that you're feeling at the time. So for example, you might find going on a walk with a friend, it might help you feel better than that snack. So also encourage with this waiting about 10 minutes. Another good tool is to write down in a journal maybe, the emotions you're feeling at the time. That can help you again to connect more emotional eating rather than distinguish between that and actual true physical hunger. Think of other activities you enjoy. So before you grab a snack, maybe think through other activities that sound good to you at the time, but don't involve eating. That could be calling a family member, reading a book, playing music. Sometimes we might just be predisposed. We might be reaching for something without thinking about it. We don't realize actually that maybe another activity would help us relax better in that moment. So taking the time to think about other activities will help as well. Again, ensure that you're eating consistently. So eating those frequent, smaller meals throughout the day can help to prevent you from feeling very hungry later on, which can also then trigger a stress eating response as well. Adjust your environment. And this is a very important one as well. Ensure that tempting or triggering foods are kept out of sight. This can help you to think things through a bit more before you grab a snack. Have healthy options ready to go on hand so that you have a good alternative when you need it as well. So again, this kind of goes back to the habit loop we've mentioned before. Basically that habit, whether it's a good or maybe a not so good habit, it's triggered by a trigger or a cue. And a lot of the times when it comes to stress eating, that can also be having these foods very easily available or visually out sitting near you. So just having them in a different environment, maybe put away in a cabinet, is a great way to disrupt that cue from that habit loop. Lastly here, distinguishing between emotional and physical hunger. So be aware of the difference between emotional and physical hunger. Physical hunger typically comes on more gradually and is easy to satisfy with a wide variety of foods. Emotional hunger comes on more quickly and is more difficult to satisfy. You may also find that you have a craving for a particular food as well. All right. So, in conclusion, here, at the end of the day, stress is inevitable. There will always be periods of time when you may fall off track with your routine. That's okay. That's going to happen. The key is learning from these situations and making a plan to get back on track. In periods of high stress, you may also need to maybe adjust your routine to ensure that it fits well into your schedule. Make a plan that works best for you and focus on sticking with it. Ensure that you're fueling your body correctly with nutritious whole foods and incorporating exercise and relaxation time into your schedule as well. Stress will come, but with a bit of planning ahead, it absolutely does not have to throw you off track at all. So planning ahead, so important. And just know that even if stress may throw you off track with your routine for a short period, don't allow that to continue. Make that plan to get back on track, whatever that may look like for you. And this is the end of our presentation here today. So feel free at this time, if you have any other questions, comments, please feel free to add those to the chat box here. All right. Okay. Oh, good. Yes, I see another couple of comments with favorite meals, risotto, grilled chicken, grilled asparagus, avocado salad. Oh, that sounds great. And then I see here as well, good comment on, yes, comfort eating can happen when feeling stressed or tired as well. That's a great note. You may find as well, yes, when you're stressed in the first place, you, again, studies have shown that when you are under stress, you are more likely to have those cravings for higher fat, higher carb, calorie foods in general. However, in addition to that, stress can affect your sleep. And when you're not getting as much sleep, you can actually start to see cravings from the reduced sleep as well. So it's kind of a chain reaction. It's very important to do what you can in that moment to, again, manage what you can. So focus on getting as best quality sleep as you can. That bedtime routine is essential. All right. Yeah, great comments there. I hope this was a helpful topic today. So I know obviously stress happens and there's going to be periods of time where maybe your routine doesn't look the same. Maybe you do need to scale things back a little bit or make a change in your routine for a short period of time. But make that plan to fully get back on track with things as soon as you can as well. Planning ahead, sticking with those healthy habits that you've built is really going to help you stay on track, maintain your weight, continue to see good weight loss progress, no matter what. So stick with it, learn from any times you might find yourself falling off track. And do want to mention here today, of course, as well, like I mentioned before this presentation, we have a great deal to take advantage of with our 20% off our supplement store. So that code, is going to be health20. So definitely feel free to check that out today. If sleep actually is something that you struggle with, we have an excellent sleep aid supplement, Rest Restore. That would be a great thing to check out as well. And next week, we're going to dive into a new topic, how to improve your digestion. So going to discuss some good tips there, little things that you can do to really improve your digestion overall. Very, very important. So hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm so glad you joined me. And again, do please feel free, if you have any other questions, to send me an email directly as well. All right. Well, hope to see you next week and have an awesome rest of your week.